didn't start it yet.
Okay. As long as you put your chapstick on. Hey beauties, it's Nakia here, and I'm back again with EJ. And this time, he's not my boyfriend. He's my fiance.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see that she's something. Oh.
So I wanted to do a video and talk about our engagement, how we got to this point in our relationship. So I solicited my followers on Instagram, and EJ solicited his as well, to get some questions that you all had for us, because I said we're engaged. Any relationship questions? So we have some questions that we compiled, that we received, that we're going to answer and talk about. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah, the first question was, what kind of photography do I do?
That has nothing to do with our relationship.
Look, I want to go ahead and get that one out of the way before we get into the heavy stuff.
Shameless plugs, commercial time.
No, I'm just saying. So I do weddings, I do events like bridal, baby showers, all the types of showers. I do all of that. 50th birthday parties, 25 birthday parties, 7th birthday parties. I do. Can I get
birthdays?
I know, but I want to let people know all the ages that I do. It don't have to be a milestone. Somebody could be turning 7 and you want to have a party for your kid, hit me up.
Or 42.
Or 42, right. But then I also do lifestyle photography, so baby announcements or just pregnancy photos in general. I do headshots. I do all of it. If it's got the word photography attached to it, then I'll probably do it. Yeah, that's my little shameless plug. But that really was one of the questions that somebody asked me, and I thought it was random. I'm like, do you not see we're engaged? Do you have any relationship questions? But I guess that was one of their relationship questions. Oh. Maybe photography broke up their relationship. I don't know.
Spill that tea.
Yeah, so I do it all though. I've done a couple boudoir sessions. I'm trying to get into it a little bit more. If you're trying to be a model, hit me up. Probably one of the same questions that you got. A few people asked about how do we meet, which I think that's, you know, a standard question. So I'll let Kia give her version of it first.
Okay, so what I always tell EJ, or what I always tell people when they ask how did I meet EJ, is that we grew up in the same hometown. Now, from my recollection, I do not remember EJ before middle school. Like, I knew we grew up in the same hometown, and I would go back.
Tell the truth. We were born in the same hometown. You didn't grow up there.
I grew up there till I was 5.
That's not growing up.
Oh my gosh. So we lived in the same home. We were born in the same city, Neewer, North Carolina. I say from North Carolina.
Okay. All right, go ahead. This is your side. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Jesus. So that's what I tell people. And then I say, you know, we hung out like in middle school when my mom and my parents, we would go back home and visit family down there. And then in high school, EJ expressed a romantic interest in me. So we were texting all the time in high school. This was before texting was even big. I got in trouble because I ran up the cell phone bill.
So texting was 25 cents a text.
Right, and you had to get on the internet to text. I had no idea for my phone.
I didn't have to get on the internet.
But yeah.
I remember it being 25 cents a text.
And going and out coming.
Right. There was no such thing as a free, unlimited anything.
Yeah.
And so
you would get pissed when somebody was saying you just K.
Yeah. People didn't even do that though. That's this new generation, this new wave. People, when you send a text, you sent everything that you had to send in that one text.
And then you would try to go back and shorten words.
Yeah.
To see what else you could fit in there. And it was a T9.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was T9 texting.
Yeah.
So all this paragraph stuff that people doing nowadays, they weren't doing that.
You just got, what is it texting, 180 characters?
Something like that, yeah.
And that's what you got. So, you know, we were having conversations, and then we both got accepted into the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University.
Aggie Pride. Aggie Pride.
So we were actually at A&T our first semester together, and we had talked about, oh, we're gonna be in a relationship when we get to school. I got to school and was like, oh God, I'm channeling jazz. So I got to school and was like, I don't want to be tied down. So many new boys. I want to see what's out there. So we were friends, close friends, and then
no, don't even know.
Yes, he used to walk me to and from places and stuff like that. We were close. Yeah, that's how we met, essentially. But then I had to leave A&T. It was a whole nother story. But that's how we met.
Now tell about the second time we met.
Okay, and then we kept in touch from 2008 to 2013. You know, here and there, we would always wish each other happy birthday or hit each other up on Facebook when we saw each other doing something. And then in 2013, when I was at Longwood University, EJ came up for spring weekend. He was fresh off of an engagement. I was fresh off of an engagement. At the time, I was just seeing it as, you know, we're just friends, we're hanging out, spilling the tea. I thought of it was like totally platonic, like we were just hanging out, friends, being cool. Little did I know EJ had other stuff in mind, that he was trying to bag me. You know, I got him with this one picture that I posted on Instagram. I'll insert it. That's what got him like, ooh, I need to get Kia.
Now look, before y'all judge the picture, it was 2013.
I was cute!
But what I was saying is it's gonna be all pixelated and stuff like that now, compared to 2018.
When EJ came up there, I actually came down and spent time with him in North Carolina over the summer. He was at A&T. You were GHD then, right?
Yeah, I was in grad school.
Yeah, he was in grad school. So I came down to spend some time with him, and you know, it just blossomed from there. I don't know, what did we call ourselves at that time?
We were just friends.
I guess we were friends. I guess we were courting, dating, but we weren't in an official relationship.
Yeah.
But we built, although there were some romantic elements to our friendship at that time, we were building a very strong friendship because we had this thing called the honesty policy, which we probably need to start enforcing again. Because we were just always honest with each other. Do you have anything to add to my side of the story? How
absolutely.
we met?
No, I don't remember you before. Well, first of all, Nakia didn't grow up in New Bern.
I already admitted to that.
Yeah, and New Bern is not hometown. I've never heard her say, when people ask her where she's from, she say North Carolina. That's the first time I've ever heard of this. So, yeah, I don't know you. But what I will say is that she did spend a lot of summers in North Carolina. And so 6th grade going to 7th grade, 7th grade going to 8th grade, she was there almost every summer that I can recall. And so we spent a lot of time, you know, it's in the country, it's the middle of nowhere. Well, not really the middle of nowhere, but what most people would call the middle of nowhere. And so we spent a lot of time together, and not like flirting and doing all of that, just really just being kid stuff, climbing trees and playing basketball.
I actually liked his friend in middle school.
Yeah, so we were doing stuff like that, just regular teenage, preteen stuff before cell phones. So this was before MySpace. MySpace wasn't even a thing yet, and so you know, we really spent a lot of time outside getting our summer tan. And so we did spend a lot of time texting and all of that through high school.
Senior year, it was just
yeah, well, we should say that, yeah, it was just senior year. So yeah, we spent a lot of time texting. Really, I feel like towards the latter part of senior year, when you get all the questions like, oh, you graduating, we both graduating, where you going to school, all of those things. And so I found out she was going to A&T. I knew I had already been accepted by that time, because that's the only school I ever applied to. I didn't apply to any other schools. So
Same.
I put all my eggs in one basket, and luckily it worked out for me. But yeah, so I found out she was going, and then that's when I tried to like really start, hey, well, we both gonna be there. You know, at this time we both 18, so I'm saying, let's not try to, you know, start a long distance relationship now. Let's just wait till we get to A&T and see how things play out. They didn't, I feel like the longest time she was just hitting me with the curve, like, nah, I'm good, my G. And so I got I threw it away because we were both engaged. But I had a letter or a card or something that she was talking about how, you know, she was excited about going to A&T, and she was sorry that she wasn't ready to be in a relationship with me, and how, you know, I should just, you know, not really move on, but, you know, if it was meant to be, then it would be type thing. And so
prophesying.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, whatever.
Insert praise break.
Yeah. And so yeah, I had that letter or that card, but I threw it away because, like I said, we were both engaged. And then
I sent a picture of it to me.
Yeah, one time I did.
Yeah.
But then I never thought anything about it. And then yeah, fast forward to the Christmas of 2012, I saw you in New Bern.
That's when I was fresh off.
Yeah. And I was still engaged.
We were just friends.
And then after that, I didn't talk to you again. I don't know. I felt like it was some time in between there again.
It's probably until March.
Yeah.
That's when you came down.
Yeah, I think that was about at least maybe a month or two in between when we talked again. Maybe 3 months. And then that's when she had found out that I wasn't engaged anymore. And no, people always ask, well, it's old now, but when it first happened, like, did I cheat or do any of those things? No, I ain't doing nothing crazy. But, you know, it just, you find out certain things about people, and then you find out that y'all not meant to be. So yeah, we officially met again in 2013, the spring. I always talk about terms in life and like, or seasons of life in terms of college. So we met in the spring, the spring of 2013, and yeah, from then we just been talking all the time.
And then I think what really sparked it was he came down that weekend. He went to church with me, and I left my cell phone in his car.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part of the story. I'll let you tell that.
I left my cell phone in his car, and I went to church because he came to the AM service, and we had an evening service that night. I was like, where's my cell phone? And I actually had my ex called EJ.
He didn't call me.
Oh, Facebook message.
Yeah, he Facebook messaged.
Or Instagram. It was Instagram.
It was something, yeah. And then I asked him, I think he did call me after that and asked me what I wanted. I asked him what you wanted to do because I had already been on the road for like 45 minutes to an hour. He was like, nah, just mail it back to her. She don't need it. Oh, okay, whatever.
You don't know my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I was like messaging EJ on Facebook the whole time, just talking to him.
Yeah, so yeah, that's true. So it started off from a Facebook message.
Yeah, so that was a long story how we met.
Yeah, in New Bern in middle school, and then met again in 2013. Yes. That's how we met.
So this is something, of course, several people ask, because it's a common question. How long have we been together?
Oh, I asked Nakia to be my girlfriend in 2014, December of 2014.
12, 13, 14.
Yeah. So,
which is an easy date to remember, but we can never remember that date.
Yeah.
Because last year we were sitting on the couch and I was in my phone and I was like, oh, today's our anniversary. And then we were like, let's go get some Chipotle.
Yeah. I think we remembered the first year, and then after that it was just like whatever. And we're not saying we've been together for 20 years, so it's easy to forget. Yeah. It's just our friendship, we had built up a good friendship before this. And so the anniversary, I mean, it's important, but it don't, to me, I'll speak for myself, it don't hold a lot of weight. Like, oh my gosh, if we don't remember this, then, you know, it's the end of the world.
And I think it's just, we're so comfortable with each other. And we're not like the lovey-dovey type couple. You know, sometimes I like to get on EJ's nerves and be all over him and mess with him, because that's what girlfriends are supposed to do. But we're not like the ones in public, like, oh babe, oh my god.
I don't like all of that stuff.
I just found out he don't like PDA.
No, not really. Like, I'll do the bare minimum to get by, but yeah, I don't like all of that stuff.
I didn't know that.
I'm the subtle hand on a thigh type guy.
Yeah, so he doesn't even like when I do this.
Yeah, that's not really my thing.
He said, so in about 9 days, it'll be 4 years that we've been dating. Seriously dating. Exclusive dating? 12, 13, 14.
Yep, 12, 13, 14. That was the day I asked.
Next question I have is, when is the wedding? So I don't want to say the exact date yet, but it's next year.
Just stay tuned.
Yeah.
And none of y'all are invited.
But it's next year. Yeah. Some people know, but it's next year.
And like I said, none of y'all are invited.
We're still in the planning phases.
Early planning though. We haven't even been engaged a month yet. But
we have a date.
Stop telling people all this stuff. No, we don't. We're in the planning stages.
We have a location.
No, we don't. We're still in the planning stages.
We have colors.
She must be doing all this stuff by herself. I don't know nothing about it.
We have a venue.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's top secret right now. As we solidify more plans, then we'll keep y'all posted. But right now, no, honestly, I think for me, it's gonna be an intimate wedding.
Yeah, so going to my next question.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
What type of wedding do you want? I think we should both answer this, but go ahead.
I want a small wedding with 350 of my closest friends. Honestly, I think between 100 to 150 people is all you need. Now, would I like to invite everybody that I've seen walking on the campus of A&T in the last 6 years that I was there and dapped up and ate lunch with once or twice? Yeah, that would be cool. But I really think for a wedding, it's an opportunity for your close friends and family to be happy for you and to partake in this joyous occasion. Because essentially, now yeah, a lot don't change for the guy in terms of like name and all of that stuff, but essentially you're becoming a new person, like being baptized. You went in as EJ, but then you come out and you got a whole nother wife and all that stuff attached to you. And so these people, you know, everybody's not gonna be able to experience that, and everybody shouldn't be able to experience that. So, you know, it's like being reborn again. And so that's just my thinking.
Yeah, and I think with the wedding, you should have people there who are gonna be a part of your marriage life. You know, who are actually going to have some effect on you and some influence and stuff like that. Because when I think of, you know, you think of getting married, yes, I'm going to marry EJ, but EJ comes with some other stuff. Yeah. And comes with other people as well. Yeah.
So that's my thinking. I think 100, 150 people, family, friends, people that I talk to, but I'm not going to invite somebody that I hadn't talked to in 3 or 4 years. Like, I just don't think. And even if you are rooting for me, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm probably rooting for you too, but life just happened and we grew apart, and I don't think that you should be able, this may come off rude, I don't think that you should be able to partake in something that's so...
Or feel entitled to.
Yeah, or feel entitled to be a part of something that take such a big part of my day, or not my day, my life.
For me, I want a small wedding. I low-key don't even want a ceremony. I just want to go to the Justice of the Peace and have like a big reception party. For me, it would probably be like 50 of my closest friends. Or maybe even 25 of my closest family and friends.
I don't think that's realistic.
But it would probably be 50 because I have a lot of family. Yeah. And it would probably be like a handful of friends.
The other option would be like a destination wedding, and people who really want to be there show up and they pay, and then that way they kind of get a vacation out the deal. And if you want to be seen on the resort, you can. If you don't, you don't have to be. Like, I think that would be the other option. Because, I mean, we like to have a good time. We like to entertain. We like to spend time with our family and friends. But, again, you know, if you ain't been around in a long time, then you might not be able to partake. You ain't gonna be on this train.
Well, I have a question. Where is the wedding? But EJ doesn't want to share those details yet.
Nah, I don't want to share those details at all. I'm gonna be like Chris and Whitney. Please do not post details about my wedding on social media.
How is wedding planning going?
It's going. I think you don't really realize how much stuff costs until you start trying to plan a wedding.
And that everything costs?
Everything. Like trying to get quotes together for a DJ and a photographer and a caterer and decor and rentals and all of that stuff. All that stuff costs money. And so as soon as people hear the word wedding, then they say, oh, let me break out our wedding packages for you. And you already know that's gonna cost a lot of money. And so in my honest opinion, I just feel like you shouldn't spend all that money on 4 or 5 hours in a day that you could use to put down a down payment on a home or pay off a student loan or buy a new car, whatever you decide to do with the money. So yeah, it's going. I think the other thing is you really have to do your homework and compare, you know, prices and venues and all of that stuff. So it'll take a lot of time. You know, it'll take a lot of time. And I see why people get an event planner who already got all the contacts and all the leads, because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. Like, you still got to taste the food and taste the cake and do all of that stuff, but a lot of the guesswork is out of it. You know, we try to do this thing on our own. So
for me, I feel like wedding planning is going fine. Like, in my mind, I feel like everything's already planned. It's just executing it now. That's the only thing for me, because I feel like we have all the big details nailed down, and now it's just to the point of executing.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how I feel. I plan for this to be very low stress. The minute it gets stressful, we're done. That's it.
Okay.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I think what scares me is the stuff that's gonna be last minute. That you don't have you already got all these people coming, so you got to spend the money whether you want to or not. Like the last minute, the caterer can't do it, and so we got to find another caterer. Like, you have to spend the money on that caterer whether you want to or not, and they probably gonna charge you a crazy price because it's like in the last, you know, 24 hours or the last 48 hours, something crazy like that. And so that's the part that scares me. Or if the photographer, like all the big pieces of whatever we decide, right, things start to fall apart. Like, we just had a friend get married and they had to move everything because a natural disaster came through. Like, and I don't know if they spent more money or not, I didn't ask them, but I'm sure that they had to, you know, start looking at some other stuff, looking at some other dates, looking at some other venues. And it just, you know, for me, I just think it just depends. It's those little things that kind of worry me.
But you're worried about big things. That's not little things. Those are big things.
Big things, but
little things are like, oh, we need to go get some more cups.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about that too. And I'm worried about, like, oh man, you probably didn't know this, but it's gonna cost you, you know, another $300 to get XYZ done. You know, I know you probably didn't know about it, but because you're not getting married in your home state, then, you know, it's some small little cost.
No, I already looked that up. All right, I guess this can be the last question.
I got one more question.
Oh yeah. Oh, ask yours first.
Okay. My question was, and I guess it's for me. It says, when do you realize you want to propose? Was it a particular event or moment? Now, for me, I always told Nakia that, one, I wasn't gonna have a whole bunch of baby mamas running around here. So that was the first thing. This was before we even had kids. So that was the first thing. And then two,
kid, we have a kid.
We had one kid together. Sorry. This is before we had
don't nobody thinking nothing.
Before we had one kid. And
together.
So, together, right. So that was the first thing. But then secondly, when I started dating Nakia and I saw that the type of woman she was and what she had to offer, then I knew that I was gonna marry her at some point. I just didn't know when it was or when it was gonna happen or when I was gonna propose. And so people kept telling me, like, oh, when you gonna marry her? And I was just telling them when the time is right, when the time is right. And so when we started planning our 30th birthday party, I knew that that was gonna be a great opportunity to have all of our loved ones and our family and friends in the same space. And so it was kind of on our turf. We didn't have to travel or go anywhere, and people were already here and in the mood for a joyous occasion. And so when we started planning that out a little bit more and planning it out, and we started talking about the date that it was gonna happen, then I knew it was gonna be on that day. Like, the biggest part, to me, the biggest part about a proposal is getting the money for the ring and getting everybody in place. And so for this particular proposal, I didn't have to get everybody in place because they was already coming. And so that was like a stress off my back. So the other big stressor was just the money for the ring, but yeah. And so if I didn't do it for the birthday party, I don't know the next time I would have done it. I probably would have had to do it like something with just me and you, or something with just like me, all our couple friends, because to get your mom and dad in the same spot, my mom and dad, line sisters, my friends,
my brother,
yeah, your brother and his family, like
your brother,
right, to get everybody in the same space, it just would have been a real difficult process, try to, you know, to do all of that and then to surprise you. So if you got all these people coming into town, you're like, what y'all doing? Yeah, what y'all doing here? Hold on, my mama here, your mama here, what's going on?
You didn't have to create no lie around everybody was here.
Yeah, I didn't have to do none of that.
They were here for our birthday party.
They were here for the birthday party and everybody was in place.
That ties into my question that I had, which was, how did he propose? Which he kind of told y'all. So on November 10th, we had our 30th birthday party. So my birthday's on October 14th. EJ's is November 29th. I'm a Libra, he's a Sag. So we decided to just celebrate together because this is a milestone birthday, because we were leaving our 20s, entering into our 30s. Yeah.
I hadn't been 30 for a week yet.
You're fresh 30. Yeah, it'll be a week tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were planning this party and it had this Afro-punk theme, and we were inviting people. We invited like 50 people, and everybody had finished eating and we had planned to come into the house to take a celebratory drink.
Yes, a toast.
And so we did a couple of those, did a couple toasts, and then we were going to have everybody sing happy birthday to us. And then EJ kept saying, do you want to say some words? And I was like, no, just let them sing happy birthday to us. And then EJ's up there talking, you know, I'm standing there holding the cupcake. I'll put the video in at the end so y'all can see that. But I'm just standing there holding the cupcake, and EJ's talking, and he reaches to put his arm around me, and I had on a halter top, so like my back was out, shoulder out, and his hands were cold because we had been outside. And he goes, ooh. And I'm like, EJ, what are you doing? Finish what you were saying. And he was like, I touched you. And I was like, oh my God. Like, y'all see my face in the video.
Like he had been extra, as usual.
I know, I just want you to hurry up. You have been talking for a minute, and like everybody is gathered around us.
Because they knew it was about to happen.
They didn't know.
Well, they didn't know. But they had some idea what was about to happen.
I just thought we were about to sing happy birthday. So everybody has their phones out, people are recording. My mom went live on Facebook. And then after I was like, EJ, finish what you were saying. He was like, oh, okay, what I really wanted to ask you was, would you be my wife? And then I'm like, what? And EJ's down on one knee. He's gonna reach into his pocket, pulled out a box with the ring in there, and I am in shock. I'm looking at his brother like, what? And his brother's looking at me like, what? And then one of our friends is in the background. I'll probably have to bleep this out. But she's like, oh shit, oh shit. Like, he literally surprised everybody. Like, his mom is like, what? It was just a total surprise. And I was like, yes. I wanted to say, yeah, nigga. I was really surprised, genuinely in shock. He did not tell anybody. He wanted to be a complete element of surprise for everyone. So everybody in the room was surprised. Like, people were saying, my mom was like, I knew it was gonna happen.
People always slurping down, they knew something was gonna happen.
And my mom,
if I died today, I knew he was gonna die.
My mom had been telling people back in Virginia that you were gonna propose.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then, if I didn't propose, she would have been mad.
I don't know. And then some of my friends back from Virginia, I talked to them like the next day, and they were like, when y'all went to Mexico, we were checking your page every day to see if EJ had proposed. People thought he was gonna propose when we went to Mexico.
I like the idea of proposing on a big vacation like that, but I would want somebody to be there. Now granted, Dave and Jazz were there, but I would want somebody, like at least one of your best friends or your mom or something to be there. And so, yeah. So I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have expected that either. Like, I don't know, I just got to the point in the relationship where I knew EJ was gonna propose, but he was gonna do it on his own time. Like, I've never put pressure on him.
I do everything on my own time.
The only thing I told him was that I want to have the same last name as Harper by the time she goes to kindergarten. And that was the only thing.
I do everything on my own time. You won't rush me to do nothing.
That was the only pressure I put on EJ. Because I knew if I put pressure on him, he would be like, peace. Because he did that before. But that's a whole nother video. I won't get into that to me when you was dating.
Alright, y'all. Well, before you go.
So that's all the questions we're going to answer for today. This has been a long video. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm going to insert the proposal video at the end so y'all can see that and enjoy it. It's pretty funny. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, beauties. Go ahead and follow EJ on Instagram at DjMxN Photography.
Absolutely.
Check out his website, www.DjMxNphotography.com. Book him.
Appreciate it.
He does great work, and I'm not just saying that because I'm his fiance.
And I travel.
Yes, he does travel. He does great work. He did my maternity photos, 2 birthday photo shoots. He did a boudoir shoot for me. That was fun. Yeah, so go ahead and check him out.
Y'all probably seen my work already. So.
Yes, I'll put his information below in the description box. But that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, I want you to go down below and click that subscribe button. And right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. Again, thank you so much for watching, beauties, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my God.
Miles, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, cool. So y'all can, you want to let them thank us first, or? I mean, you want to thank them?
Let's start singing.
Alright. Hold on.
Stevie Wonder style, y'all. Stevie Wonder style.
That's what I need to know. Thank you.
So, before we say happy birthday, I want to thank everybody for coming. You know, me and Nike have been doing this thing for a good little minute, man.
Yeah.
And, what we at, 30 years almost? Well, you 30 already, I'm 29.
Who got smoke?
I don't know. I'm 29. But, I do. Woo!
EJ, finish what you saying.
I touched you. What I want to do is ask you to be my wife.
What? What?
This is not even what?
So y'all can go ahead and say happy birthday.
I don't have my nails done. I got marshmallow on. This is not even real.
My baby just got engaged.
And I do ready.
Yes. Wakanda forever. You know he was gonna do it. I knew it. No, I was like,
I'm looking at Big Big and I'm shocked.
I didn't tell nobody.
And I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright.